Rangers, good to see you. Welcome back to the Wasteland, to the Topeka camp, to the Rail Nomads camp, which is, as far as I can understand it, on the opposite side of the Atchison camp with some rail thieves in the middle. Let's see what we can do about this whole thing, because the Topekans and the Atchisons seem to be in a kind of feud. Seems that the Atchisons have been stealing something that the Topekans want back, but what the beginning of the feud was, we don't quite know yet. This should be their meeting hall, where Master Kekkahbah should be. The meeting hall is massive, big enough to hold several train engines, made of concrete and supported by a metal skeleton. It smells of smoke and sweat. The wind beats against the walls, causing the metal to creak quietly as dust and sunlight pour in through tiny cracks and holes in the roof. There are an unusual number of one-armed men here. One-armed man? What do you mean? What's one-armed? Wait, what's with a one-armed man?
Choppers, keep an eye on the golden spike. Don't let anyone near it.
Choppers?
Ah, Rangers, good to see you.
Why are you all one-armed? What the shoot? Yep, the left arm specifically, which leads me to believe that that was no accident. Unless they miraculously all got in the same accident and all had their left arms injured. So you have a very fancy headdress. Right, Master Kekkahbah? Can you tell us what the hell is going on? A flinty-eyed older man in a Native American war bonnet and fringed jacket. The left sleeve of the jacket is empty and pinned up. The lack of a left arm has not diminished his presence, however. Indeed, it seems to have given him an extra helping of gravitas, which he wasn't exactly lacking to begin with.
Welcome. My people have told me how you saved the Parker boy from drowning. It is an honor to speak to such brave heroes. How can I help you?
See, do good deeds and people will hear of it, and the night terror is right there. Right, there's an injured Topekan here. We met a Topekan on the path here. He had been badly injured by a bomb. We tried to make it better, but we made it worse. Let's leave that part out.
It was the Atchisons, wasn't it? Their bombs have been killing and maiming us by the dozens. That we once considered them brothers is unthinkable. They claim we've stolen their precious golden spike, but it was never theirs to begin with. Our conflicts with them will not end until each and every Atchison hangs.
That sounds a bit extreme, wouldn't you say? Also, I had to take a closer look at his face, because that is one wild eye stare. That is kind of scary.
I'll have one of my choppers assist the poor man.
Right? Don't want to be insensitive, man, but tell me about the choppers, because that's what interests me the most right now.
They are my personal guard. Men so loyal that they severed their left arms when I lost mine in the great train wreck.
I would call that lunacy myself. That you do you. They cut off their arms?
Yes, to honor me in the arm I lost in the wreck. Do not think it makes them less dangerous. They can still kick your asses.
I took a look at them. No, they can't. If we were in a fight, we would demolish them. Tell me more about this wreck you were in. The Great Train Wreck.
The Atchison's greatest sabotage. They smashed the ties and our train derailed. I was driving that train and lost my arm in the wreck. Now I can never drive again. I will never forgive the Atchisons for that.
That is quite the shitty thing to do. Why can't you drive the train? Probably because you need 2 arms.
It's impossible. Even the strongest man needs 2 arms to drive a train.
Now, I've never been driving a train, so I'll take his word for it. That was just logical, though. What do you think about the Atchisons? He hates them.
They do not fight with honor. They sabotage and plant bombs like cowards and weaklings. It is only because I continue to hope for peace that I have not killed them all. Instead, I make examples of their worst offenders, in hopes the rest will learn.
Well, now, that's contradictory to what you just told me, where you said that every last Atchison had to hang. You can't have it both ways, my bode. My bode? My dude. You cannot have it both ways. You gotta choose one. Hopefully you're suing for peace, because maybe then I can actually be of some help. Would you allow the Rangers to negotiate a peace? Let's wait with that one. They are kind of cowards, though, if they do use a lot of bombs. We have seen the coffee can bombs. One was tied to a bicycle, meant for younger people. And if that was truly an Atchison thing to do, well, they are fuckheads. Can you at least tell us your side of the story?
I am very tired of telling it, but if I must.
Yes. Sorry to interpose, to make you repeat this, but I need details.
Once, the Atchisons and the Topekans worked together in harmony. But then Casey James became angry with us because he believed the Golden Spike was Atchison property, and that we'd stolen it from them and grown wealthy because of it. He told his people to sabotage the rails, causing our first train to wreck. We have been at war ever since.
And the Golden Spike was the thing you got from John Henry, which I did have to look up a little to see what the hubbub was. He's a folk hero. Something, explosions and dynamite and stuff. He made things work. Go there. I skimmed through it, to be honest. Just to get a little bit of a... Just a little bit of a foundation. He was definitely an actual person. Are you sure that the Atchisons caused the train to wreck?
Of course I am. I was driving that train personally, and it was not I who wrecked it. And the Atchisons didn't stop there. Now they've stolen essential parts from our second train, and we can no longer travel or trade. They have stolen our livelihood.
So your evidence that the Atchisons caused the wreck is that you drove the train and it wrecked. That would not hold up in court, sir. We need something more substantial. Not just, they did it! Trust me, bro. We need more.
Until the brake shoe is returned, we are at war.
Would you like us to get the brake shoe back?
No. We will get it back on our own. We do not require outside assistance.
Well, your pride is gonna make you fall. Tell us more about this war.
Once we worked hand in hand with the Atchisons. We tended the trains, they tended the rails. It grieves me that we fight, and we have tried to make peace since then, but they continue their aggressions, stealing essential parts, planting bombs, and so the feud continues.
Again, I have not heard any evidence to this, but I'll have to take your word for it until I hear the Atchison side. If I can make it over there, wherever the hell they are. Do the Atchisons still tend the rails?
They do not. Another reason I still try to make peace with them. We haven't the skill to fix the rails, and it will take time to learn. We keep hoping the Atchisons will stop their atrocities and return to the bargaining table so that we can work together again. But it doesn't seem to matter how many of them I hang. they still won't see sense.
Well, if they're not working on the rails at all, that does kinda lead a little bit away to your story. Them sabotaging and stopping working on the rails. Doesn't seem to matter how many of them I hang, they still won't see sense. No, because you probably just incense them. Not incense, but incense them, as in make them angrier. The more people you hang, the more they're gonna hate you. I don't think, if you want peace, I think you gotta stop hanging people. Did you steal it? Oh, did you steal it? The golden spike?
How could I steal it when it was ours to begin with? Besides, the golden spike is all our property, Topekans and Atchisons alike. We don't keep it in our town hall because we want to keep it out of Atchison hands. We keep it here because the hall is secure, unlike their impoverished little camp.
Alright. That answers my first question I had when you said that it was all your property. Why you didn't, like, have it here 1 month and over at the Atchisons 1 month? Because you feel that their camp isn't secure. Okay, that answers that question at least. How secure is it?
The display case is locked, and my choppers are on guard at all times, and will attack anyone who attempts to take it.
And you're sure none of them can be bought or any of them kinda forced asleep? What if someone just chucks some sort of sleep grenade or something in here, or fills the entire area with sleeping gas? I'm not planning to steal anything, I promise. Who is Casey James?
The leader of the Atchisons. Once we were friends. We worked side by side. He to maintain the rails, I to maintain the trains. Now he is my enemy, and uses the weapons of a coward. A quick death is too good for him.
I see. Who are the Topekans?
We are a peaceful people. Honest traders who once crossed the wastes like gods upon our iron horse. And we will again, as soon as we have taken back from the Atchisons what is rightfully ours.
You have quite a bit of pride and see yourself very highly. And also, you're not very peaceful if you're hanging people. But then again, if people were using bombs against you, I can't really fault you for it. Although it is kind of there's a little bit of a savage thing to do, a barbaric thing to do. There's a reason we don't hang people anymore. Tell me about the golden spike.
The sacred golden spike was given to our forefathers before the apocalypse by the hammer god John Henry, and is a symbol of our right to rule all the rail tribes. It is our most sacred relic. The Atchisons believe it is theirs alone, but they are liars and shall never have it.
No, there's only one hammer god in my world, and that's Almighty Thor. But do tell me a little bit more about John Henry, if you don't mind. Who is John Henry?
The first of our tribe, and the greatest. A fighter of robots and a driver of steel, who laid all the rails you have ever seen, and died with his hammer in his hand. Lord.
Alright, so you have taken the actual person who worked on the rails and made holes for the explosives and all that stuff, and kinda godified him. Made him something he quite wasn't. Because I'm pretty sure that he did not fight any robots. Maybe he did in this universe. Who knows? What do you think of Ralphie? He's right here.
I normally don't approve of Topekans traveling with outsiders, but in this case there is no loss to the tribe.
Now that's not a very nice thing to say. So you're saying Ralphie did not contribute to the tribe and therefore he does not matter to you? I think he's way better off with us rangers. Even if we do kind of get into deadly situations every now and then. Who are the rail thieves?
They don't rob trains. They steal rails and sell them for scrap. Now they hover above us like buzzards, waiting for us and the Atchisons to kill each other so they can swoop in and scrap our train cars and our locomotives. Filthy scavengers.
Well, we'll have to do something about that, won't we? Thank you, Master Kekkahbah. We're here to help. I probably should have done this one way earlier.
Help with what? If you wish to help us with outside threats, then you are welcome. But we can handle our internal conflicts on our own, thank you. Stay out of it.
I don't think I will. What threats are these you're talking about? The outside threats?
Our greatest threat at the moment is these rail thieves who have set up a hideout somewhere near the Atchison camp and who are ambushing anyone who dares travel the road between us. How are we supposed to conduct a war with our bitterest enemies when these bandits attack our war parties? It is a great inconvenience.
Would you like us to rid you of this inconvenience?
Now that is the true spirit of the Desert Rangers. Protecting the wastes from lawless scum, not telling law-abiding citizens how to solve their problems.
Well,
thank you, Rangers. I would welcome your help in this matter.
I can do both. And I'm not sure if it's so very law-abiding to hang your opposition. Your opponents. Your bitter rivals. Would you allow the Rangers to negotiate a peace? He probably will not, because he's too prideful.
I told you before, our private affairs are not your concern. Besides, I doubt it's possible.
Well, you never know. Goodbye.
Keep out of our business, Rangers.
No. We shan't. Well, I guess that depends. If the Atchisons really are the cause of this, then maybe I'll just go over there and kill them all. Who knows? This would be the golden spike then?
Whoa, these guys are awesome. Just like this tape my mom showed me.
Right, any closer and they'll fire. Gotcha.
No, huh? Well, it's the shit.
What if I just glance at it from here? A golden spike sits in the display case. I've detected a flaw in your security. Oh, maybe not. There's actually someone here. I was about to say, all of the guys are staring this way. Well, there's just one poor... No, two poor piddly guys. Okay. That's a little bit safer. Now, do you mind if I go and investigate this medical case over here? Just in case. It didn't say nothing about looting this. I'll take that. Is there anything else? Oh, there's a bookcase. Oh, more stuff, but that might take me too close to the golden spike. Let's mosey on over here.
Another visit, Rangers?
What this? This crate is labeled 12 Selectric typewriters, use no hooks. Why this one? Why just this crate? Well, if I was planning a heist, I know to come this way. What's in here? We have the story of John Henry. Part 1. Gonna read that one once we have all parts.
Another visit, Rangers?
No, no visit. There is stuff back here. I am very tempted. Maybe I shouldn't go around and loot stuff here too much, not past this point at least, before I'm a true friend of the Topekans. however the hell you become a true friend of the Topekans, because they don't seem to want none help. Except with the rail thieves, and... well, I can do stuff about that, hopefully. What do we have here? Meeting hall, and a lot of Topekans. Train yard. Do you happen to have any shops? Does that matter? Do I have scrap? I don't have very much scrap. So it doesn't matter if you have shops. I can still sell junk to you.
That's big! Biggest machine I've ever seen! Damn!
Takayuki is easily impressed. He's just there. Just there. I need to find candy. He wants candy. Do I get anything if I give him candy? That's a lot of train cars. There's another Topekan. This is another entrance to the meeting hall, I guess. Yes. But it's... ooh. Can't get through there. I get the feeling that if I try to go through there, they're gonna be very, very angry with me.
This is Chief Kekkahbah. My choppers just found another Atchison bomb buried near the water tank. It has been defused, but there may be others. Be on your guard, Topekans. The Atchisons hate us for our quality of life, and will stop at nothing to bring us down to their level.
Man, I just got away from a place that had hidden bombs and mines. This is where they used to switch different trains from track to track, back when they had more than one train. We have a bar. That's a lot of train tracks. Gorkinovich's bar. Holliday store. Right. Right. I do remember them saying something about Holliday. You are almost overcome by the smell of fermented cactus fruit. Above the door is an old sign that reads, "The Little Red Hen, home of Dr. S. Bilius Balfour's world-famous snake squeezins." Hastily scrawled beneath the old sign you read, "No desert scum allowed." Well, we
I do not care for drink or drinkers.
Alright. We're still going in, Rose. You can stay outside if you so please. This is clearly
is thirsty work, isn't it?
the local bar and place where homemade alcohol can be purchased. A grizzled old man sits behind the counter. He smiles at you with 2 teeth in his head. Not in his mouth, but in his head. And we have some Topekans, we have some Topekans, we have more Topekans, we have more Topekans. Samuel? Topekans, Topekans, and Topekans.
I've never been in a bar before. Do they all smell like this?
What you mean? You've been living here your entire life. You never been in here? I guess you're not of drinking age? Did we recruit a minor into the Rangers? What is the drinking age in the apocalypse? I guess the real answer would be, who gives a shit? It's the apocalypse. Paunchy, red-faced, and ferociously bearded, the bartender looks an old, overgrown dwarf from some pulp fantasy novel, except for the little black cap with the red star that he wears perched on top of his mop of grey hair.
Welcome, Rangers, to the finest bar in Topekan territory. I'm always happy to squeeze libations for the storied and heroic paladins of the desert. We are proud to pour the finest squeezins known to man. And for Rangers, at the finest price known to man.
Paladins of the desert, I kinda like that. How do you feel about being a Topekan? That's a stupid ass question. It's like going up to someone and say, hey, how do you feel about being in German? Hey, how do you feel about being in Japanese? What the fuck? It's what you are.
Folks say Rail Nomad is divided between the Topicans and the Atchisons. But it ain't so. The Topicans run the trains and started the town. The Atchisons just work here.
Is that so? What do you think of the Atchisons?
Used to be good customers till Kekkahbah kicked them out of the camp. Now, Casey James and the rest of them are so mad it does its best to shoot them before they get too close, liable to blow themselves up elsewise. They got a camp on the outside of ours. Pathetic. Surprised it don't dry up and blow away, and them with it.
I don't know, but for some reason, whenever I hear his voice, I think of... what's his name? Benny from The Mummy? The first The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? Kinda makes me think of him. Don't ask me why. What do you think of Kekkahbah?
He was our leader and one tough hombre. Helps keep those local jerks in line. I just wish he'd ease up a little on these Atchisons. Not that they ain't evil, murdering bastards, but this war is hell on trade.
Yeah. What kind of jerks?
All the hobos and junkies and rail thieves that live around here, always busting things up and not worth the spit it takes to curse them.
Ooh, who are these rail thieves?
Train robbers. Of course, now that the trains ain't running, they're just robbers. Gotta hide out somewhere between us and the Atchison camp. It's them where he should be fighting, not the Atchisons, if you want my opinion.
Right, so the Atchison camp is somewhere, and somewhere between, according to Master Kekkahbah, close to, there's a camp. Okay, the rail thieves camp. So, once I make my journey towards the Atchison camp, if they will allow me, then look for the rail thieves and kill them all. You have a problem with the junkies?
No use for those losers. They don't drink squeezins. They just snort circuit. Disgusting.
They snort what now?
They make it out of ground up scorpions. Poison, if you ask me.
Wait, they take a scorpion, they grind it up, and they snort it? They snort a scorpion? Which parts? The outer shell-like area? The mushy parts? The stinger? The venom sacs? The claws? All of it? Sounds disgusting either way. You don't like the hobos?
They're my best customers. Until they're my worst.
Of course. What do you think of Casey James?
He was a good man once for an Atchison. But even then, he was stubborn. Now that Kekkahbah's kicked him out, he's gone from stubborn to murderous.
From the sound of things here, it sounds like Kekkahbah kicked them out first for no real reason, and then everything escalated. I definitely need to hear the Atchison side. How do you feel about the Desert Rangers?
Always welcome in my establishment, provided they don't get no thirst for killing.
We only kill in self-defense, and sometimes no self-defense. Have I ever done that? Did I initiate combat somewhere? Yeah, on insects and stuff. Not against humans, I think. Well, the raiders, but they don't really count as human. No, just in self-defense. But the trains don't seem to be running.
Don't I know it? I could triple my squeeze in sales if I could establish regular trade with my far-off customers. Right now, all I got is Sammy Haas, and he makes his rounds on foot. It's all that goddamn Casey changes fault.
Where is Sammy Haas?
He's around here somewhere. Ah, there he is.
Is that guy?
On the end of the bar.
Probably that guy. What's standing in the way of trade?
We are. Until us, the Pecans stop fighting them Atchisons, we'll never get the train running. And that'll never happen because Kekkahbah and old Casey James are too stubborn to compromise. They both blame each other for their wreck, and they both claim the golden spike is theirs by right.
Right, I heard that both of them have a claim on the golden spike, but this is the first time I hear that they both accuse the other for the wreck. This is why it's important to get both sides of a story. What's so special about the golden spike? It came from John Henry.
The golden spike is the honor of our tribe, given to us by John Henry himself, no matter what the Atchisons say. If we was to lose that, we wouldn't be Topekans no more.
Well, even if it's a golden spike, it's gonna kinda rot away eventually, I suppose. In some way? I don't know. How long does gold last? Probably forever. So probably not. No, I do not think that staking your entire identity on something material is the best thing to go about this thing. No. What wreck is this? The Great Train Wreck.
Happened a few years back. Kekkahbah was driving the train, and it crashed. Cost him his arm. He blamed the Atchisons for not maintaining the rails. They blamed us for not maintaining the brakes. That's why they stole the brake shoe too.
Tell me about the brake shoe.
It's the thing that makes the train stop. The Atchisons took it from us. They said they wouldn't let us run the trains unless we took better care of them.
I mean, as far as I know, they may have a point. Maybe they didn't maintain the brakes. And if so, the brakes really wouldn't work, would they? Kekkahbah lost his arm?
You didn't know? Yep, he's only got the left one now. Or was it the right? Either way, he's tougher with one than you are with two.
It's the right one. It's the left one he lost. Thanks for your help. We don't want to buy snake squeezins.
Come back again.
So who the hell are you?
Rangers? I don't know nothing about it.
What it don't you know about?
Any it. I don't know anything, honest. You can ask anyone. I just peddle booze.
Did you know a ranger named Ace?
Who? No. Never heard of him. I don't know what you're talking about.
Where the hell did the boring man came from? Hard-ass, smart-ass. Rose is one level away from being able to do this. Ace's logbook says that he traveled with a boring man who sold snake squeezins. Sounds a lot like you.
Okay, yeah, that's me he's talking about in his logbook. Don't know what he means by boring, though. Anyways, yes, I travel with the guy. It's always nice to have a ranger for company on the road. Keeps the bad guys away, but not this time. Something was hunting him, and it attacked him our second night out of Rail Nomad. Killed him, the poor guy.
No. Sammy, you lied to me. which makes me not trust you very much from now on. So anything you say, I'm gonna take with a huge handful of salt. What kind of something?
I don't know what it was. It was horrible. It looked like a man, but it was made of plastic. And its eyes. I still see them when I sleep.
That would be the robot we found in the cave, so he's honest about that. How was he killed?
It was a terrible fight. That thing tore into Ace like a ripsaw. I fired a few shots at it, but it didn't pay any attention. It just kept hacking at Ace with these knives that came out of its body. Then when Ace wasn't moving anymore, it stole his pack and his case and started to crawl off with them.
He had cyber knives?
Well, it couldn't walk, could it? Ace shot one of its legs off. Didn't get far neither. After a while, all the oil bled out of it, and it just lay there. Then the lights went out of its eyes, and it was gone.
Right, that seems to track so far, because we did find the leg out in the severed leg out in the middle of nowhere, really. And then the rest of the robot with the pack in a cave. So yes, that sounds good so far. Where exactly did you find Ace's log?
I found it in that thing's shoulder pack, and I took it. But I was gonna give it back the next time I came around to Ranger Citadel. Honest. Here, take it. I don't want it.
Sure. Ever heard of Hellraiser?
He's another ranger, right? Ace talked about him a couple of times. Said they were on the same trail, only coming at it from different angles. No idea what he meant by that.
What kind of booze?
I'm a traveling snake-squeezing salesman. I buy wholesale from Gorkinovich here and sell all around the Wastelands. High Pool, Ag Center, even Ranger Citadel.
Alright.
Thank you for not hitting me, Rangers.
Why would I hit you? I mean, sure, you lied to me. But, you fessed up. Even gave me the logbook in the end. Even though I'm not sure that he actually would have given us the logbook if he had been traveling to the Ranger Citadel. Standard issue Ranger logbook. I can't read it. No, that's unfortunate. Right, we need to find Katie. I forgot about that. So we need to find someone called Katie and look for the rest of Ace's logbook. We need to get this one to General Vargas. Find a way to resolve the Topeka-Achican conflict. There's a war going on between the Topekans and the Atchisons, and until it's settled, nothing is getting done in the Rail Nomad camp. If we want to resolve it, we're either going to have to eliminate one side or the other, or somehow find a way to make peace between them. This is a quarry and Geth situation then? Master Kekkahbah, leader of the Topekans, asked us to stay out of his conflict with the Atchisons. He didn't even want us to retrieve his brake shoe for him, though he may change his tune if we actually find it. Sounds like we're going over to the Atchison camp. So, Katie. Didn't I see a place, or was that Kathy's place? Yeah, they probably do. Katie's house. Alright, let's go back. I forgot about poor Katie. How can we be king of the rails when we don't have a train? Well, that's the question, ain't it? Mrs. Parker's gonna be so happy. Really? Katie's house is in here, up and around, down here. This? Strange graffiti. It was stenciled rather than painted, and it looks like two hands worshipping a printed circuit. This would be Katie's house.
He's not coming. I know it.
This room is dark. A woman sits alone, murmuring to herself. With loot. Excuse me, miss. A beautiful woman made haggard with fear. It looks like she's chewed her nails to the quick.
Oh, Rangers? I was expecting my brother.
I mean, we could just start with, we were looking for you, ma'am.
Why? Or what are you doing here? Has something happened? Is Rob okay?
Your brother Robert gave us a letter.
He gave you a letter? For me? Oh, please, give it to me. Give it to me.
Money? Kiss us? Is this... I'm gonna guess that this is us asking for money for delivery. Now, even if I had a kiss ass of level 4, I would not choose this. Because I was going here anyway. Here it is.
Thank you, Rangers. Now please, if you don't mind, I'd like to read it in private.
Sure, what's so important about this letter?
That's none of your business.
Fine, that is very true. Take care, ma'am.
Thank you for respecting my privacy, Rangers. Goodbye.
I guess we're leaving? Wait. A gunshot rings out from inside the train car as the heavy steel door latches behind you. A wet thud follows a second later. Katie isn't running away anymore. I just said wait because I wanted to go back in and loot the crates, but she shot herself? Why? Maybe I should have read the frickin' letter. The hell? Since we were the bearers of bad news. Circuit board. Rusted shoulder pads. Not to be callous, but she ain't gonna use it anymore. Was that letter even a quest item? As an actual physical item in my inventory? Could I have read it? Could I have prevented this? Don't know. Well, that sucks. You. You. You for me, but... yeah, so that one sucks. And that one sucks. How about we throw this one around a little bit? Why not? You look like a raider! I did murmur to myself, why not? I've noticed that when I speak very lowly to myself, nothing of it is getting picked up, which is, you know, just perfect. But, yeah, she looks like a raider. Although it does go well with her groin protection. Doesn't work as well with the backpack though. Here's the outdoorsman thing. Yeah, we were gonna give that to you, Ralphie. You were gonna be the outdoorsman type now. Do I want you to use that? No. We'll just flag it for junk. Hand-rusted body armor for that authentic Wasteland look. Use himself. Congratulations, Ralphie! You are now responsible for... Oh, I can do that. Nice. For us getting away from raiders and animals and everything. And I feel bad about that. Katie isn't running away anymore. That kind of gives the impression that I was supposed to be able to know about what the hell this was about. But I didn't. I was just the mailman. Feels bad. Now, we were supposed to have a Doc Holliday store here somewhere. Would that be this?
These fools, cutting off their noses to spite their faces.
A sign out front of this railcar says Holliday's Armageddon Emporium, explosive bargains. On either side of the door, 2 ancient security cameras track your every move. There we got a little bit of propaganda as well. The guard said that stay away from the Atchisons or they're gonna kill you. And if they don't, the rail thieves will. Well... This is the scariest general store that you've ever seen. Explosive booby traps are strung throughout the merchandise and multiple sets of wires lead to behind a concrete wall with a thick, bulletproof glass window. From behind the window, a very twitchy-looking man looks at you expectantly. Well, you can destroy stuff, but I don't wanna. This crate is rigged with enough explosives to carve a mountain and kill yourself then. This man has a part in his neatly cut hair that is as straight as a ruler. A part in his neatly cut hair as straight as a ruler. Okay, his buckskins and boots are spotlessly clean and sweat is dripping down his closely shaved cheeks. He looks about 1 second from exploding. You here to trade? What are you selling? Sorry, shelves are a little empty today. Damn rail thieves jumped my supplier and made off with 3 big crates. I'll have the last laugh, though. Kekkahbah said he'd pay them ne'er-do-wells a visit as soon as he deals with the Atchisons. Of course, that might take a while, so... Hello. Shotgun. Hello, heavy weapon, which no one can use. Sniper rifle? How's that compared to your sniper rifle? Worse. And that is basically the same gun I use, I think? Nope. It's a way worse gun. So your weapons suck ass. This, though, is an improvement. 300? I don't have. Sell all my junk. You don't even have 9mm bullets. I need 9mm bullets. I think I have this one, yeah. I still don't know what this fires. So the only thing worth buying here is the armor and the ammunition. And some of these things. Ooh. I need some of these. I'll buy 4 of them. Tell me about Kekkahbah. He is our chief, an honorable man and a great leader. With the power of the golden spike to guide him, he is sure to get the train running again. I know it. You're proud of the Topeka train? Of course! If the train was running again, I could double my selection and lower my prices. Business would go through the roof. I wish Kekkahbah would just finish off Casey James and be done with it. What's Casey James? The leader of the Atchisons and a terrorist, plain and simple. Booby traps everything with bombs. Can you believe it? Takes a quick glance around the store. Not sure you want to talk, sir. What do you know about the golden spike? The Topeka totem, because gold is the point. With it to guide us to riches and a train to take us there, we will be unstoppable. How do you feel about being a Topeka? Yeah, rail riders and honest traders, that's us. We built the train and we keep it running. At least we did until those Atchisons stole our brake shoe. The brake shoe is important? Yes. You don't know much about trains, do you? The brake shoe is what stops the train. I don't know why Kekkahbah doesn't just kill Casey James and take it back. What do you think about the Atchisons? Sore losers turn murderers. They get what they deserve. Rail thieves stole your supplies? I'll say they did. Bastards. They're like roaches. For every one you kill, 3 more come out of the shadows. Bigger threat than the Atchisons, if you ask me. Why, if someone was to kill a few of them and recover my shipment, I might be so grateful I'd give them a discount on some of my goods. Probably the shit you can't peddle to others. Thanks for the help. Yeah, I want to go out. There we go.
I should wait out here. Mr. Holliday doesn't like me.
Well, you've already been inside with us. A little bit late to say that now, Ralphie. So they have a bar, they have Mr. Hollison's store with explosives. And if you go in there and touch the wrong thing, we have a house, you're gonna get exploded. John Henry, I'm hungry. The doors of this rail car are nearly rusted shut. Doesn't look like anyone's gone in it for a long time. Well, I'm gonna. In the far corner, weapons are piled nearly to the ceiling. Not all of them are in great shape, but surely there's something you can salvage. Sure, maybe. See what we have here. Come on, pills. Crack that thing open. Good, we have another Sabbath rocket. We'll take that one and then we'll distribute the rest. I should probably... just 3% critical chance instead of the Sombrella. Should probably give someone the Sabbath rocket just to see what in the hell it does. You're kind of carrying 2 of them now. You know what? Screw it. My guess is that it fires rockets, but I don't have no rockets. Ooh, an explosive trap. Okay, Yuki should be able to deal with that. 92%! There we go. Improvised explosives. Success. Takayuki has received a pipe bomb. What? Long arm. Improvised explosives. Bomberman. Bomberman. That was a long time ago. Yeah, sure, larger. But improvised 50% chance to recover a grenade-type weapon when disarming booby traps and mines. Yum. Glancing strikes. Gain bladed attacks of opportunity. I love attacks of opportunity. What do we have here? We have some 38 caliber ammo. Pills can take a grenade, and I'll take the midnight special. That one kinda sucks, right? Let's see. Rose, compared to the old Navy, the midnight special is actually better. Never mind. Okay, it does more damage, same hit chance, higher critical, lesser chance to jam, longer range, same round, more armor penetration, less AP to use. Yes. Now this, we're gonna strip. Got 15 parts. I love it. That's because Cold Eye has the perk for the constructor. Yeah, 25% more weapon parts gained. I am gonna earn so much money. So that was an upgrade just lying there, and I haven't even looked in this yet. An upgrade. Free upgrade! Just lying there in a pile of weapons. Who throws away a gun? A perfectly serviceable gun. When you can pick it up and use it and shoot people with it. As you approach this rail car, a cold wind picks up, making you shiver. It moans as it blows through the rusting plates of the old car, sound like an old man groaning in pain. Always best not to mess with powers you don't understand. This car is filled with empty bottles. In the corner, you see the remnants of a bed that has crumbled to dust.
I sense no curse. What a bunch of superstitious nonsense.
Well, they thought it was cursed. You kick empty squeezins bottles out of the way as you approach the bed. You get a whiff of death, but it's death long faded in this dry and dusty place. Bells, show what you can do. Just elbow your way through everyone. Or don't. There's an old-timey TV. Almost exactly the kind of TV I had when I was a little child. Assets. Is there anything else in this rail car? Just a modification. Did you go in there? Oh no, we don't have to go in there, not since... Since what? These symbols must mean something, but what? This is quite the place. Engineer's house and a house. Tables full of tools and train parts fill the yard of this train car. Whoever lives here loves his work. A few tattered old train magazines are spread out on a table made from half-rotten cable spool. A few model railroad parts are hoarded on a rickety bookcase. There's a foul-smelling cot pushed into the far corner of the room. And a lot of stuff to loot. John Henry? Yes, John Henry Part 2. I can smash it open, I don't wanna. Engineer's note. I'm just looting the stuff now. Oh, hello. Can at least do that. There's a working tumbler and an explosive trap. We can... Critical success. Yep, but we still can't really open it up. Good, good. Because we need a little bit. We need to be a little bit better at safe cracking before we take a crack at that. Meh, meh. What do we have over here? Oh, I can dig over there. There's a lot of stuff to find here. A sign taped to the door of this car reads, "Do not disturb, I'm working, damn it." So let me disturb. You ain't working, you're dead. This room is quite cluttered with books and papers indicating some kind of research. There appears to be a dead man in the corner. It looks like he committed suicide by slicing his wrists. So... slicing the wrists, eh? Across the street or up the river? I guess it wouldn't really matter if you were in here alone, but, you know. Do androids dream of electric sheep? The note reads, Would Priya Rashi Karna Das. What? This book is titled The Codex. Nothing in this bookshelf?
Virtutin armor? Everybody knows that stuff is a myth.
The note reads, I must be close. There is so much written about the Virtutin armor that it has to be real. Just because there's a ton of information about something doesn't make it real. I can go around here. Take a stab at this. We can go down here, can go up there. Do we have here slap bracelets? Oh, I remember those. Let's go down here first. I don't think I can afford to run. I don't think there are actually going to be any traps inside the town.
Don't start anything. Fighting junkies ain't right. It's like picking on a blind man.
There's a lot of junkies down here. There's so many addicts around. Where's their supplier? Okay, so don't piss them off, because I don't want to kill them. Oh. I can't talk to them. They're just... What the hell? You started this. Remember that. You started this. This is 100% your fault. She did 42 damage with the handgun. That 9mm weapon was a good upgrade for pills. Go hide. You're just here to observe how rangers kill people. See? Self-defense. Rose. No, that's not worth it. Now, I didn't want to kill him, but they forced me. Ooh, I got a gun. An empty vial, of course. Got a human hand! I said that was a lot of extra money. Yes. Maybe I can even... No. Afford that. Yes! Armor. Eventually. Zeros should probably get at least one surgeon pack. But 2. So we do have 2 Razardos. So, stay out of here. Because I don't want to go around and kill all the junkies and then get blamed for killing defenseless people, even though I went down there and they started shooting at me and I just fired back in self-defense. I'm gonna get blamed for it, probably. So, not doing that. It's enough with those few people we shot to death. Also, the morality of it all, I don't want to kill junkies just because they're there. Water, not for sale. How about for givens? Arcade machines. Old arcade machines sit out front of this rail car and you can hear faint electronic beeps and boops coming from within. I have a floppy disk.
A man smart enough to fix these toys should be putting his mind to better use.
Shut up, Rose. Don't be so judgmental. If a man likes games, let him play his games. Just like me. We got a floppy disk. A human hand. How horrible. And we can still sell it for scrap. What's more horrible, me having a human hand or the person buying said human hand? A floppy disk. The note hit 15 8 times is written on the label. Cracked syringe. Candy is gone. This is just the wrapper. This vial has something vile in it. This thing looks dangerous. It's obviously not for kids.
I used to be in this place all the time. Then I met Jesse.
That's a gun. Well, the gun itself... Wait. Ooh, we have a lot of things to see here. This case displays various small electronic machines and cartridges on black velvet. You read names. Atari, Nintendo, Sony, Game Boy, and others. Atari company name, basically. Nintendo company name, Sony company name. But Game Boy is a Nintendo machine. I had one. I loved it. With its plastic polished to a fine sheen, this toy is obviously the most prized possession in Quarix's collection. The faded label along the side reads Super Scope. Nintendo Super Scope? I used to have one of those. While the gun itself wouldn't be useful as a weapon, the lens on the scope doesn't have a nick on it. It might serve as a modification to one of your firearms. It seems doubtful that Quarix would be happy with you taking it. Oh, there's another note down there. Is that actually a... It doesn't really look like a Nintendo Super Scope, but... Another floppy disk? We'll just... Shh. Borax. A weedy young man with thick glasses who looks exactly like the Dr. Larson from Ag Center who betrayed us, and various old 8-bit game cartridges and controllers hung around his neck as totems. He has Pac-Man tattooed on his forehead, just under his shaggy blonde hair. He sports a neatly trimmed mustacheless goatee.
Greetings, Rangers. Welcome to the Quarex Arcade, where we have all the latest coin-op games. To what do I owe this pleasure?
We'd like to ask you some questions.
Sure, go ahead. Ask me anything. I can tell you all about my games if you want. I'm especially proud of my prized possession in the case behind me.
Wait, what are you leaning against, sir? Just noticed. What is your prized possession?
That's my Super Scope. You aim it at the TV screen and fire just like a gun, except without all the actual killing and violence. When I found it, it was pretty badly messed up, but I nursed it back to health little by little. I even made a couple improvements. I love that thing more than I love most people. Now I just have to track down some games I can use it with.
I mean, I don't know if the Nintendo Super Scope was it actually called the Super Scope, or was it just called the Nintendo Scope? I don't remember, but it was a rifle-like thing. You had a shoulder rest and everything, and aim, so you can... What the hell was the name I used to play a lot with it? Oh, I don't remember the name of the game, but it was basically you were in a robot, you were the shooter, and the computer was the controller, the steerer, the guy who ran the robots. Well, when usually in this world everyone actually did everything on their own. They both controlled and fired, but you kind of split it up and people made fun of you for it. Battle Clash. Love that game. Games. But I want to ask him about games. How do you feel about the Desert Rangers?
You guys are the best. Always helping people.
We do try our best, even if we did kill quite a few too many mutants. Do you need some help?
Not much you can do, unless you want to help fill out my game collection. I have all the old game systems, except a CDI machine. Those are sure tough to find. They must not have sold more than 50 of them.
There's maybe a few more. Yeah, wasn't that a radio broadcast that someone wanted a CDI? What's so great about the CDI? Nothing.
Ooh, it had 1 megabyte of RAM. What does one do with all that memory?
We'd rather ask you about Rail Nomad.
Oh. Well, okay, I don't pay much attention to that Atchison's and Topekans stuff, though. Trains don't interest me. I just mostly play games.
What do you think of the Atchisons?
They live in the other camp. I don't know much about them, except I've been told not to like them. They stole our golden spike or something.
What do you know about the golden spike?
That's the Topekans totem. It's in a display case in the town hall. I think it would have made a great bayonet.
What do you think of the Topekans?
Topekans, get it? P? Oh, don't tell Master Kekkahbah I made that joke, okay?
How do you feel about Kekkahbah?
He's our end boss. Hangs out with his mini-bosses at the town hall. I'm afraid of him, but he doesn't even bother me. I don't think he's ever come in here. Did you know he's only got 1 arm?
Indeed. What do you think of the train?
Everybody wants the trains to run again, but I don't know. I'd have to move my arcade.
I mean, are you sure you don't want Wasteland?
Huh?
Nope. I have a copy of Wasteland, but it seems you don't want it.
Come again, anytime.
So if I find a CDI machine, or just a CDI, he wants it. This machine has the words Marble Madness printed on it. Is this a warning? That fucking game. This machine has the word asteroids printed on it. On the screen, a little triangle is being smashed by poorly drawn circles. This machine has the word missile command printed on it. Apparently, the object of the game is to fill the screen with flashing yellow circles. I mean, yes, but no. Alright, so we have one actual quest to find the supplies, Doc Holliday supplies, and that guy, Quarex, wants a CDI. So, not a total waste to go through this town. Also did get some more money in the form of weapon parts. Now, if I can only find my way out of here and towards the adjacents... Oh. I could just go there, I guess. But there's stuff over here.
Should be easy enough to shut that old thing down, if you have no morals.
Shut what thing down? What are you talking about, Rose? Oh, that thing? What is that? The ground next to the generator is the frayed end of a heavy-duty power cable. The cable runs down towards the river, but whatever it used to be attached to is long gone. Thank you. You'll need some kind of coupler if you want to reattach it. You also see a series of dials and gauges that appears to control the generator. It would be a simple task to flip off the power to the meeting hall. There appears to be some kind of alarm rigged on the power controls. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm not here to do stuff. I'm here to do stuff. Yes, anywho. I think I'm gonna leave this here. We went through the... I think we went through most of the Topeka camp. There might be still a little bit more. But we're going towards the... Yeah, investigate what's left. That's rest. The rest that is left, god dang it. And then we're going to the Atchison camp. But we're doing that next time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. Please take care of yourself, be kind, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. See you later.